Hey guys, today's a video about updating my makeup box. I film these videos every once in a while, every month or 2 months, in order to sort of sort out my makeup box, which looks like this. By the way, if you're curious, this is what my makeup box looks like. And generally throughout a couple months, I sort of throw things in there and it ends up a bit of a mess, and then I like to clean it out and make it look nice and presentable and remove things that I'm not currently using or am not going to use at all. So I am going to show you what I emptied my makeup box. I'm going to show you what was in my makeup box, and I'm going to sort through it together with you, and we're going to get it cleaned up and nicely organized. Let's go. All right, here we are. There's quite a bit of stuff. My makeup box was getting quite messy. So let's start with some base products. We have 3 bases here. First and foremost, Juice Beauty Pigments Illuminating Primer. I love this thing. This looks great on my dry skin. It's quite illuminating and very green, clean ingredient deck. Very impressed with it. So this one is going to stay. Here's going to be our stay pile, by the way. And then we have Giorgio Armani Fluid Master Primer. This was a disappointment, nothing special whatsoever. And this is just a straight up silicone primer. Boo. I don't think it's special enough. I don't think it's worth it, and I am going to pass it on. Here's our pass on pile over here. And then the last primer is this Shisaedo Refining Makeup Primer. This is quite lovely, actually. I really enjoy this primer. Unfortunately, it is not perfect in terms of its ingredient deck. It's not as clean as I like it to be. I will finish it up, but I will not repurchase. I would recommend it, however, because it's really, really good. Very smoothing, and you can wear it alone and it'll look fantastic on skin if you have my skin tone. I think on darker skin tones might look a little ashy. Let's move on to bases. My Dior Capture Totals is a lovely, lovely base. As you can see, I've already started denting it. However, again, the ingredient deck on this one is not super impressive, although it does have some skincare benefits, which really encourages me to use it. So I will use it up, so I will keep it. However, I will not be able to repurchase it because I think I better look for something a little bit more natural and green. So this one is a keeper. 2 concealers, which I am going to be getting rid of. First, Shisaedo Natural Finish Cream Concealer. Unfortunately, a bust for me, mostly because the shade is all wrong for me. And I am getting rid of this one because it's just all wrong in terms of the color. And a sales associate sold me this, and I just want to show you, like, I have stopped listening to sales associates because they always sell me the wrong shade. This is Fix It concealer from Dior, and the shade is 002. And I have no idea, like, how do I agree to this? I mean, this is clearly an orange medium concealer. Maybe it's supposed to be corrector, but it's so far removed from where my skin tone is. I don't know what the heck to do with this. This is all wrong for me, so unfortunately I will be passing it on because the shade is just totally dark and orange, and I will not be using it. This is a crazy shade match for me. I'll be shade matching myself from now on. No more sales associates. They most of the time get me the wrong shade. Let's take a look at the bronzers. I have 2 here, and I'm actually going to keep both. First of all, Becca Lowlight Sculpting Perfector. There it is. And this guy I've sort of smushed to one side because I am trying to use it in a little bit more of a comfortable way. So I am using it up, and it is staying clearly. And then this Guerlain bronzer. It's called Terracotta Lady Tan Magnifying Powder, in the color 01 Ultra Rosé, and this one is actually, you know, panned. It is in my project pan as well. I'm actively using it. I love the bronzer. It's a really nice powder bronzer. So we have a cream and a powder option. Both of these stay. Then we have powders, and I have 3 here, and only 2 will be staying. First of all, my Bare Minerals Original, you know, I'm going to be keeping because it's just an awesome powder and looks great on my dry skin. It's really, really nice. I really like this powder. Definitely a keeper. Same can be said about this Tarte powder, and both of them are have really nice ingredient decks. Some people are sensitive to bismuth oxalate, I believe, that is in bare minerals, but I am not, so this is perfection for me and my skin. And this Tarte Amazonian Clay Smooth Operator Powder is pretty clean as well. There's not much that is in the actual ingredients here, and it works super well. Very nice, very finely milled mattifying powder. Can't complain, very effective. So this one stays as well. Let's see this one. This is the Wet n Wild pressed powder, photo focus pressed powder. This one is a weird mixture of A, luminescence, and B, powdery dryness. It looks really dry on my skin. Why I bought it is because it has this nice sheen. When I was swatching it, I found that, oh, this is probably going to be really quite lovely on my skin. But on my dry skin, this looks cakey and dry, and I'm not willing to put up with it. This needs to find another home. So this one I'm going to let go of. In terms of cheek products, I have a few here. First, I have my By Beauty multi-stick in Cashew. This is a really beautiful cream blush, basically very neutral. I use it as a sort of one-stop shop if I want to do a little bit on the lids, a little bit on the lips, a little bit on the cheeks, and this is very, very convenient, so this one definitely stays. And then we have this powder blush from MAC. This was sort of a contender to be decluttered last time, and I kept it in to sort of see if I enjoy it. It's in Modern Mandarin, and I purchased it when I was a redhead. And quite frankly, this is way too warm for me right now. It does not work on my skin tone and my hair color, and I am going to pass it on to somebody who's actually going to use it. This RMS Beauty Pop Signature Collection palette is my favorite, and I'm keeping it with the cheek products because the only things that are left are the cream blushes, so to say. I'll be ordering most of these products in the VIB sale. I love this. Some of the best cream products I've ever used, so definitely a keeper, that one. And same can be said for this Dior palette. This one I was not sure if I was going to keep, and I've fallen in love with the color. Actually, very, very pretty color, and I think universally flattering. This will cover any skin tone and any complexion because it's truly the most neutral pink ever. And this is 766 Lady Red. There's nothing red about the blush. I'll show you. This is this neutral rose. I mean, this is medium in every way. It's neutral, not too cool, not too warm, not too bright, not too dull. Will show up on any skin tone. I feel like really, really versatile blush. And I just like to throw it kind of, because of the neutrality of it, I can throw it all over the lid as well, and it's a very, very pretty look. So I am completely loving this blush, and I'm going to keep it for a while in my makeup box. And then we have highlights, and I have 3. I have this Illamasqua highlight that I'm raving about anytime I film, is this Illamasqua cream blusher in Lies. This one gives you a wet model off-duty cheek. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeousness personified. I've hit pan. I love it that much. I use it every day. So totally recommend this Illamasqua product. Not sure if I'll be repurchasing. I might be if I don't find something that is clean, green, and 100% just natural ingredients. But if not, I might actually think about repurchasing it because it's gorgeous. So keeper. And the other formula that I absolutely adore is this Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. Mine's in the color Pearl. They have a few colors, so you can definitely find a good match for yourself. This is a sort of cream to powder, powder to cream, an interesting little formulation, and I've used this a bunch, as you can see. I've just recently purchased it, and I'm starting to wear down the embossing already. I love this thing. This is the smoothest, most beautiful formula. I prefer it to my Dior. I prefer it to most things that are powder. Actually, this is my favorite powder highlighter. very, very beautiful, and it smells nice on top of that. So totally recommend. I think a fantastic formula from Physicians Formula. I will be keeping it for sure. This one, however, I will not be keeping. This is Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals. And I've seen pale girls like myself use it. However, this is rose gold, and this is the totally wrong color for me. And the girls that I'm talking about, they use this particular color, and I cannot make it work. I'm too pale for this. I mean, it is a beautiful highlighter, but quite seriously, you can see it's not a color that is going to work on somebody of my complexion. I just cannot, I can't wear it. This is not a highlighter for me. So this will be passed on. Then we have, let's deal with these guys that are rolling around. First of all, Dior Show Maximizer 3D. This is the best primer ever. I love this primer. I've purchased it numerous times, and I might buy it again unless I find something comparable. This one, however, is expired, so it's time to move on from this one. It goes to the garbage. And this is my attempt at finding a natural mascara that is good. This is Color Revolution in very black, and I liked the brush on it. It's a natural bristle brush, average sort of completely normal brush. You can see that it's the dry mascara. I've used it a total of like 3 times, and it's already dry. And it doesn't do much for the lashes. It's almost like, why even bother put a mascara on? It didn't do much in terms of volume, not much in terms of length. It's just such a nothing formula. I was so disappointed. So this one I'm gonna toss. I have 2 cream liners here. A Bobbi Brown liner in Patina Ink 25, and this one I really have been enjoying. It's this sort of espresso color liner, and I will be keeping that one in here. And this one I haven't been reaching for as much, and this is a Clinique in Black Honey. It's a beautiful liner, but I think it's a little bit more fall. It's this reddish brown with some shimmer. It's gorgeous, and you can see that I did dip into it, but I haven't been reaching for it quite as much. So this one I'm gonna put aside and put back into my collection, and then pull for in the fall. In terms of eyeshadows, I'm keeping my MAC Quad. These are really the only 2 eyeshadow palettes I've been gravitating towards. My Lorac Unzipped, and it's the rose gold sort of palette, and this is my everyday quad. If you've seen my channel for a while, if you've been watching, you know that these colors are amazing and I love them. And this is my very favorite. This is MAC Patina, really great color palette for me, and I will continue using it, so this one stays. In terms of eyes, we have a few more here. First, MAC Pigment in Naked. I haven't been reaching for this, so I'm gonna put it aside as well and use it later, pull for it later. Then I have Bellapiere Cosmetics Brow Powder. This is a mineral powder for brows, so clean. And this one is in the color Ginger Blonde. Easy to use brow powder. It is the right color for me right now with the hair color that I do have right now. So I'm going to keep it because it's the correct shade. Can't argue with that. Then we have a primer. This is from MAC as well. This is the best shadow base I have found so far. I'm looking forward to trying something natural that is just as good. And it's Prolong Ware Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. And you can see that I've made quite a significant dent in it, and I'm actively using it on a daily. So obviously this is going to stay. And same goes for this Chanel shadow. This I like to do a daytime smoky eye, very light sheer wash of color all over the lid. And this is Illusion d'Ombre in 857 Rouge Noir. I've dipped into it a little bit, but you only need very little to create that sheer wash of color, and I've been enjoying that look. I think it's very pretty and it's easy to do, and it's a good day to night transition. So this one I'm going to keep in as well. However, here I have a few lip products that are sort of hanging about, and I'm only going to keep this one. This is Guerlain Rouge Automatique in 160. This is in my project pan and it's almost out. So obviously this is going to stay. Then we have a packaging fail, Wet n Wild Color Icon in Berry Red 717. This is a really nice lip pencil. The color is good, The consistency is really nice, but the packaging is absolute failure. It won't stay closed. It loses the lid. Just for $2 that this cost me is more headache than it's worth. So I am gonna pass it on. And these two are from Bite Beauty. They're in pencil format sort of lip products, and I've used them up. First and foremost, we have Bite Beauty Matte Cream Lip Crayon in Gavi, and this one is all done. There's nothing left. I'm really happy to have it finished because I like to circulate my my products out and make sure that I'm using them up. So this one is done. And Bite Beauty High Pigment Lip Pencil in Madeira. And this one, unfortunately, is also done, and it's a very, very good product, but you can see that I actually finished it off completely. I loved this color. I might repurchase it at some point, but not right now. I have enough lip products right now to sustain me. So that one goes as well. So these two I am going to put back into my collection, and I'm going to add a couple of products into the makeup box. First of all, Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. This little guy, these are the colors that are included. This is what it looks like. Everybody knows what it looks like. Everybody's got one of these. I've used up a full ambient lighting powder previously, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to be an issue. Because I tossed all of my concealers, I'm introducing a new concealer. This is Guerlain Multi Perfecting Concealer, and my color is 01 Light Warm. This is a little bit too yellow for me, to be quite honest, and it's a full size concealer, so this is gonna last me a while. But it's the right tone, so it's light enough for me, and maybe in the summer it's gonna look better. It's not a perfect shade match. I would prefer something more neutral. This is quite yellow, but we have what we have. So this one I'm adding in, and I'm adding in Prismatic Multi-Stick in Pink Pearl by Bite. This is a fun little buy. This is to play with in the spring. Has micro shimmer in it. Very, very fun. I'm also trying out this Erase Paste by Benefit in the color 2. Again, somebody matched me to the color 2. I'm not so sure that color 2 is the right color for me, but we're gonna test it out and make sure that it is or it isn't. I've used it a total of 1 time, I think, so I'm gonna try it, and if it's not my color, I'm going to pass it on to somebody who it will suit better. So these are the things that I am throwing out or letting go of. Let's see how it all fits into the makeup box. Final state of my makeup box right now. It looks perfectly organized, at least to me that is perfectly organized. It contains full face of makeup for any occasion. And I really love the way it came together. It's really comfortable. Do go through your makeup box and ensure that everything you have in there is everything you want to have in there. And if not, just clean it out. I love doing it. I think it's a really fun video to film. Let me know if you clean out your makeup box as often as I do mine. I do clean it quite often because I always find that stuff migrates in there and finds its way somehow into my makeup box. That's it for today. See you guys later. Have a good day.